Hello, everyone. Welcome to Friday Football Fever on SNN, brought to you by Ingman Marine. I'm Don Brennan, and, well, tonight was a night of blowouts. It was homecoming, but it was also a night for blowouts. It's a big district matchup tonight at the Ram Bowl, where it was homecoming, senior night, and Riverview and Manatee facing off. First drive of the game for the Rams went 3 and out. Manatee couldn't get anything going either, but Riverview, start your engines. Arthur Brantley taking matters into his own hands. He's going to take it into the end zone for the first score of the game. Rams were up 7-0. Woo! Let's go up top, baby. Then it's like deja vu. Brantley again going to run out to the left. Sweats through the Canes D for another touchdown for the Rams. Looking good early. It was 14-0. Manatee, though, getting a little rolling here on the drive. Keon Ford on both one in to get Manatee on the board. It was a big touchdown and cuts the lead to 14-7, but it quickly turns bad for the Hurricanes. They'll throw one deep, and Jay Turner gets the pick right there. Nice pick by Jay. After that, all Rams. Ali Boyce will find his way to the end zone, and all the Rams fans, even the little ones, oh, look at the little baby, rejoicing as the Rams win big. 42-14 for homecoming. Lyndon Blake is at Riverview, and our game of the week just wrapped up. Lyndon, what's happening?
Don, the scoreboard says it all. It was all Riverview tonight here at the Ram Bowl over the Manatee Hurricanes. When you have people like Arthur Brantley just pounding defenses, you know it's going to be a good night. Him and Ali Boyce were excellent running into the end zone tonight. And let me tell you, Riverview has a freshman. I don't know if you heard the name. His name is Michael Puda Hayes, and he is a full-grown man on the football field. He got in the end zone. He was running up and down the field. They really just couldn't be stopped. The Hurricanes are a younger team, so they will be back in the next coming years, but in 2017, your Riverview Rams are your district champs. Don, back to you.
Thank you, Lyndon. Lyndon also spoke with the head coach at Riverview, Josh Smithers, while she was out there. Josh?
Well, it starts up front with our offensive line, but when you have, a guy like Ali Boyce and you got a running back like Puda Hayes that can pound it between the tackles, but they also get out in the open field and make plays, you have to do something defensively to have enough guys to stop him. When you do that, Arthur pulls it. So it's really a tough dynamic for defensive coaches, and I'm just glad I'm not a defensive coordinator, playing against those two.
All right, thank you, Josh. Moving on to our second game tonight. Venice hosting Northport, their neighbor/rival, but they were not a good neighbor tonight, Venice wasn't. They had the ball. Courtney Doss takes the handoff. 45 yards later, he's got the first touchdown of the night. Oh, looking good, looking good. He had a couple the other night, just Monday night they played. After Bryce Carpenter run inside the 10, he hits Javon Hiley, who makes the catch and stays in bounds. Tippy-toe, and it's touchdown. Then Carpenter hits Frankie Bunchick, the tight end, who rambles his way. Watch this, he stays on his feet and scores. They go on to win 63-3. Unbelievable. Now the fever is not over yet. Braden River, Port Charlotte, Lemon Bay, all coming up after the break. We have big wins and the hard losses coming up. If you know someone who's at one of these games right now or later next week, tell them to send their fan pics. Email, Twitter, Snapchat, or Facebook, hashtag SNN Fanpics. Don't forget, but we're coming back. Welcome back to Friday Football Fever. Tonight, the Sarasota Sailors took on Braden River at home. The underlying theme here was the return of the Pirates quarterback Brian Gagg, returned from injury, but also returning to the field and the team where his career began. Cleveland Stadium, that's where it began, on the grounds of Sarasota High School. Gagg was the quarterback, transferred to Braden River. He missed last week with a shoulder injury, but he was back tonight. Sailors defense, though, bowing its neck early as Robbie Peterson going to tackle Deshaun Fenwick for a loss with some help from his friends. They're saying, oh, don't come in here, don't come in here. Then Gagg going to try the aerial attack. But Tommy Batiste says, not in our house, baby. Nice play by him. Early one was very similar. Got called for a penalty. Sarasota coaches weren't happy, but Gag lofts a 26-yard scoring strike in the second quarter to Cravon Kuntz, who makes a great catch, but he's going to slip up on the celebration. He spent all his energy making that catch. What can you say, right? Hey, Cravon, nice catch. First play after the ensuing kickoff, Batiste pass is deflected and put into the arms of Taylor Upshaw. Thankfully, he's a tight end, so he knows what to do. Run! And he takes it to the hissy for a 13-0 lead. Short time later, Gag from the 36. Here he is. Airs it out again. Another perfect strike for the touchdown. Another great catch. This one by Knowledge McDaniel. Braden River wins it 41-14. It was a blowout at a district matchup for Port Charlotte as they hosted Ida Baker out of Cape Coral. Pirates' Bo Guy going to take the ball, take the pitch on the option. He goes around the end and he goes for the touchdown. Looked to be about 40 yards. Everybody got in the way out, sure. Then Chase Shatney, the quarterback, he stays on the option and he keeps it for 30 yards. And another touchdown for Port Charlotte. That was pretty much the theme of the night. The defense came to play as well. See Brandon Leacock with the sack, wrapping up the first half. Port Charlotte wins big, 59-6. Then Lemon Bay, the Manta Rays, running into a red-hot Southeast Seminoles team at Meckley Field. Knowles' first scoring play, Latrell Peavy takes the handoff. He goes in the spin cycle, baby. He still goes for the touchdown, 7-0 Knowles. The Manta Rays, they would march down the field only to turn the ball over right here. Snap, you go up in the air. Who falls on it but Cesar Montesavis. Recovers the fumble. Caesar, I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Next play, Alex Taylor with a nice lob pass to Corey Warder Jr. for the score. Taylor gets it right on target. Nice touchdown there, and then Taylor again. Gonna get it right on target here. Looking for Clyde Townsend. Oh, he breaks a couple tackles and takes it into the end zone. It was 36-0 at halftime. Southeast went on to win 49-6. When Friday football fever continues, Lakewood Ranch, Cardinal Mooney, Bayshore, and a whole lot more. So stay with us here. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. It's Friday Football Fever, the blowout edition. A lot of scoring tonight. That's one of the good things. So a lot of highlights. Lakewood Ranch suffered its first loss of the season at Venice Monday night, and then they had to turn right around and face another district foe. That would be the Palmetto Tigers. So the Mustangs going into the Tigers' den. Yes, indeed. It's not a fun place, Harley Stadium, for the opposing team usually. The Tigers coming out of their gate looking good. Looking nice in those uniforms. Palmetto. Look at that. Going to recover the fumble. Lakewood Ranch fumbles the ball in the first play of the game, and the Tigers come up with it right there. I can't believe I didn't have the guy's name. I want to give him some pub. And then they take full advantage as Elijah Davis going to run it in for the first touchdown of the night. Unbelievable. Man, Lakewood Ranch didn't get the ball back for long because Mustangs were 3 and out, and then the punt, botch it again. So Palmetto recovers them. They get it in great field position again. And Palmetto, well, they're going to take it in. It's Marino going to save the day as they fumble into the end zone. And one of the Marinos was there, Daniel Marino, I think, and then they kept the momentum for 5 touchdowns in the first half. Lakewood Ranch didn't go gently into the locker room as they got that touchdown right there from Chase Sharp. But it was all Palmetto tonight, all night long, as they went on to win 45-7. The Cougars of Cardinal Mooney up in St. Pete to take on St. Pete Catholic. It was 14-0 Cougars in the second. Cougars quarterback Jack Cosho with the keeper and the touchdown going in. It's 21-0. Cardinal Mooney was up. Still in the second. Cosho again with the pass to Ryan Blechta. Watch this. He has Barons chasing him all over the field. He does serpentine. He serpentines his way for a first down. Look at that. Still on his feet. Finally gets taken down, but it was a first down, and they still in the second. Cougars, Cosho. Long pass to Nick Maroon for the touchdowns. The Cougars crush it tonight, 35-0. And Hardee undefeated in the district, while the Bruins of Bayshore looking for their first district win. This was last night, this game. Early on, Hardee driving, and Kai Washington goes up top for Quentin Lindsay, who makes the great catch. Oh, but he lands out of the end zone. So, no touchdown, no score. Next play, the Bruins force a fumble, and DeAnthony Brown going to recover it But after a punt, the Wildcats would convert on a 4th down in Bayshore territory, and then Washington going to find Lindsey again. This time he lands in the end zone for a 7-0 lead, but the Bruins defense would stiffen. Plays like this one by Bono Baker going to keep the Wildcats tame, and they did. That was huge because you know what? Hardy never scored the rest of the night, and Bayshore scored with under a minute to go, and then got the 2-point conversion and win it 8-7. Bayshore snaps a 13-game winning streak and wins their first game of the season. Charlotte Tarpons, Ernest Graham squad. Ernest Graham, how can you not root for the former Gator? Even I root for him. It was already up 7-0 after a Toby Nolan touchdown. Special teams keeping it that way as Cameron Howard blocks the field goal. It's still 7-0. North Fort Myers in the second. And check out the effort by Alex Muse of Charlotte, just dragging people with him. Muse refused to go down, keeping the legs turning when all was said and done. A 23-yard gain and under a minute to play. Tarpons trying to get on the board. And this time, 32-yarder, but Howard gets a piece again. Instead of celebrating, turns into a blocker. Joe Wilkins catches it inside the 5. He had a convoy, and that was all she wrote. 97 yards later, and the Red Knights went on to win, thanks to NBC2 Tonight for that video, as it was Red Knights and Ernest Graham looking good, 41-0. They went on to win, crushing Charlotte. Unbelievable for that one. So that'll wrap things up for this week's Friday Football Fever. Thanks, of course, to Ingman Marine, our wonderful, wonderful sponsor. And also to Joey D, Chicago Style Eateries, for feeding the crew. And thank you to everybody who worked on the show. And Joey D has given us all the energy to get all these highlights for you. They have 4 locations on the Suncoast, 2 in Sarasota, 1 in Palmetto, 1 in Manatee. So remember, you can watch these highlights on SNNTV.com at any time. Thanks for joining us.